Sajana Kalyane Niratham Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavidvaram. Harihi Om. Today we will continue the further explanation of Mantra 12. Sa eva maya parimohitatma shariramastaya karotis. Sa eva maya, sorry, the tune is, this is called Shardul Vikrita Chandas. Sa eva maya parimohitatma shariramastaya karoti sarvam striyannapanadi vichitra bhogaihi sa eva jagrat paritriptimeti. Today we will do meditation, guided meditation. First, we should know the meaning of the mantra. You know, the self or the Atma is Brahman. The personal self and the total Brahman, they are not different. They are one and only. Out of delusion, we see duality or plurality. That is the main theme of all Vedic texts or Veda. Sarvam khalu idam Brahman. Everything else is nothing but Brahman. When that self is when that self is deluded by Maya, then only it identifies. Then it identifies with the body and does all karma. Whenever you are doing any karma, you are the spell of bondage. All karma has its own precipitation. Adhakshep. According to the language of Yoga Sutra, it is called Karmasaya. This is called Karmasaya. So all the karmas have its own precipitation. Our only aim is to be united with the Supreme Yoga. So Karma Yoga is the solution. Not doing any karma is our aim. Our aim is to be united with the so when that Atma is totally Maya paribhramita, deluded, it gets attached and identified with the body and does all karma. And he binds himself and cry. In Yoga Vasishtha, one story is there that there was a demon called Sahasravahu. Sahasravahu, one day Bhagavan Rama was going and heard that someone is beating someone, and from the well the sound is coming, please help me, leave me, please don't beat me, don't beat me. And Bhagavan saw that one person is having 1,000 hands and he is beating himself only and shouting, "Mujhe chhod do, mat maro, mat maro." Yes, sir. So the thing is, whenever we will identify, we means the Atma, Nitya, Shuddha, Buddha Atma, identifies with the body, it means it is attached with the feeling, thought. Then perceptions in Jagrat Avastha, waking state. But Mananath Muni, after thorough Sravanam, who can analyze that I must not be this body, mind, emotions complex. I am beyond that. Because of me, everything is functioning. That person enjoys all the objects, knowing the homogeneousness of everything else. For him, the whole world is nothing but a divine play only. That is the beauty of Vedanta. The tendencies and impressions left behind by the marching thoughts and actions upon the fields of the intellect together constitute Maya or ignorance. Those tendencies or vasanas gurgle forth as desires and wishes, and they order and control the type of thoughts and their direction of flow in the human personality. The mind and intellect, which is the thought flow, The mind and the intellect, which is the thought flow, is caused by the vasanas, and the mind intellect equipment decides in its turn the type of body and the nature of the environment in which it must come to function. Thus, the vasanas constitute the causal body. Causal body means Karana Sharira, and Karana Sharira means avidya. Karana Sharira means avidya, which in its turn projects the subtle body, means mind and intellect, who in their nature and quality order the gross body and the environmental field of activities. This microcosmic causal body in its macrocosmic totality is termed as Maya. You know, we are having three bodies. This is which we can see. This is gross body. Now start meditation. The gross body is made out of the gross thing, Panchabhuta, which Jayate, which is born, which stays for some times, which grows, which decays, and after some time, which gets destroyed and gets merged into the Panchabhuta again. Again, another body comes. Likewise, you know, as a tree is there, then fruit falls down to the ground. From there, the bird eats, and from the excretion of the bird, from the seed, another new tree comes, or directly from the seed, some trees come out. So this is our gross thing. What is there? There is mind, intellect, which is divided into four parts. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, and Ahankara. Mind, intellect, memory, and ego, which generates the orders to the gross body. There is mosquito. So order generation is there from the mind to the hand that blow it off or kill it off, anything else. So how the subtle body or Mana, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara gets the order, they get order from their superior boss, and that is called vasanas. A lot of tendencies. And vasanas come, or vasanas are there in the form of avidya, ignorance. Because out of ignorance we desire something. And that vasana is the cause of our subtle body and gross body. but we are none of them. We are not the causal body, we are not the subtle body, or we are absolutely not that gross body. Then who we are? We are the consciousness principle which makes enliven the whole universe. There is only one consciousness. And then who am I? I am the reflection of that consciousness. So if I, in the form of body mind, dies, nothing happens to the main consciousness. Suppose we are standing in front of the mirror. If mirror gets destroyed, nothing happens to us. Suppose we are going along the road under the scorching sunlight. So there may be one shadow. If a shadow is stamped up by a car, nothing happens to us because it's shadow only. So when we consider as the individual jiva, individual one, we should understand that we are the reflection of the one and alone consciousness. प्रतिबिंब बिंब से ही आता है, प्रतिबिंब बिंब का ही होता है, प्रतिबिंब बिंब ही है. That thought process will help us in meditation. The supreme consciousness functioning through avidya is the individual jiva. When we call total avidya, avidya of Mr. X, avidya of Mrs. Y, avidya of Mr. Z, avidya of Mrs. Z, likewise. When we consider the total avidya, that total avidya is called Maya. Total avidya is called Maya. And when that total Maya works through individual avidya, is called jiva. Naturally, in order to express and fulfill its thoughts and desires, it assumes a physical body and ordered by its own vasanas acts differently. Due to the compelling urgencies of the existing vasanas, the pure, immaculate nature of its own divinity is lost sight of by the self. And it becomes completely extrovert in nature, striving and straining through the body to eke out its joys from the world and the world of sensuous objects like opposite gender. For a man, woman, for a woman, man. Then various sorts of tasty foods, wine, and so on. See, enjoying, there is no harm because the object of enjoyment and the enjoyer are or the person of enjoying, both are innocent. Both are innocent. They have no difference. Because, if we study a lot of Mahatma's life, we will get these things, that they used to love to eat some food, some specific food. Even when we study the story of Bhagavan, he also used to love to eat nani, makhan, misri, all those things. Then where is the problem? The problem is giving reality to duality. And problem is having trust, super trust, that this object will give me happiness, or I am happy because of this particular object, or this fellow, wretched fellow, always gives me trouble. He is the cause of my sorrow. Because of him, I am diabetic, I am sugar patient, I am all such things. This is the thing. So the objects, all the objects are very, very innocent. Just think, isn't it? Any object has no problem. The problem is when we put satyakta buddhi in it, and shobhana ashobhana adhyasa when we put over there, then only the problem gets started. Our Shastrakaras says, know the intrinsic nature of everything else. Know the intrinsic nature of your own self and meditate upon it and feel that you are no more required to go anywhere to get happiness. You are the source of happiness. You are happiness alone. You are eternal. That is why you are the bliss infinite. Ananta hi ananda hai. You are the Sat. You are the Chit. You are the Ananta. And Ananta means Ananda. You are that. Forgetting its own infinitude, forgetting its own infinite blissful nature, in its identification with the own vasanas, the self becomes as though limited, and strives through the physical body to contact the world of objects, and through sense gratification labors to gain a sense of complete satisfaction. The seeker of joy, functioning through the body in the world of objects, is the waker in each one of us. Because we are the waker, we are the dreamer, we are the deep sleeper. So now, yes, just now I have described the nature of wakerhood. In waking state, what we actually do. When this idea of the waking personality is correctly apprehended as a result of our reflection upon the contents of this mantra, the student's attention is turned towards the dreamer and deep sleeper. Those dreamer and deep sleeper personalities in himself, that we will see from the next mantra. Hari Om Tat Sat.